Yo guys, welcome back to Egoist Theorist. Man, I gotta make a dang intro, man. Alright, so if any of you guys are editors, man, hey, make an intro for your boy. But anyway, we're gonna be talking about Hineru Shindo. Hineru Shindo, he's a new character per se, he's just a part of side B with Nagi, right? And his whole point is his thing with Kira. Like he teamed up with Kira and he beat Nagi, right? Kinda beat Nagi, right? He knocked him out, so he had to stay in that part of side B in order to go to that next side. So when Nagi actually gets there, my bad. When Nagi actually gets there, we see him talking to Kira, talking to Shindo, and they're basically talking about how like, oh dang, that freaking hurt that Shindo kicked the ball in his face, right? So that whole point. The thing with Shindo is with his new cover out now, where he's wearing white and then the number is 24, right? So they're kind of already setting it up to the fact that he's not gonna make it out, or he's gonna make it to Blue Lock, but he's not gonna be a part of the team or something of that nature. Because why is he wearing white? Well, you could take it as, oh, that's just maybe during that game that he comes in, he switches. He's the away team, right? He's um, alternate colors. That happens all the time. You see with basketball, everything. When you're in the away team, you wear alternate colors. You see it in the France match; they were wearing white and black, right? But another fact that shows that he's not a part of the blue lock system is his chain. His chain is B, has a B on it, and it has a flashing blue light upon it. Because from the other side, we see that it's grayish silver, but on that one part of it, it's blue, right? It's a blue light flashing on the B. So maybe that's symbolizing that he is a part of Blue Lock, but he's also not a part of Blue Lock at the same time. Maybe he's someone like Kira who he understands football, but he doesn't go along with Ego's whole ego is everything kind of thing that he's doing, right? Um the whole thing with Shindo is I feel like he's gonna be set up kind of like an Aiku kind of character, like where he is guiding Nagi in the ways of football. Um, because Nagi has a whole bunch of natural talent, right? And Shindo is being set up. I don't want to say to be his rival because they're not really rivals at all, to be honest with you. But they have this relationship that is probably gonna grow in the next chapters that we see them in. Um, I wouldn't even say they're rivals either because it's like we haven't seen enough of them to say they're rivals at all. But we have seen what Shindo can do. He believes in like synergy, right? Who do I synergize the most with? This is why he picked Kira. I synergize more with Kira, so I'm gonna pick Kira, right? And we seen that carried him through. I feel like there's gonna be this battle between egoism, synergy, and whatever Teddy got going on with his goddamn, whatever he got going on with this puppeteer thing. Right? We seen the puppeteer thing with Ren, but that was more of him imitating Sai than anything else, right? He wasn't really. We get that in U20 match. He was like, I was doing the whole. I was trying to imitate him, right? Puppeteer, all that. So I don't think it's gonna be like Ren's puppeteer thing, but I think it's gonna be different. I think it's gonna be those three, right? Because the number two thing that's gone, right? After that match, that had been eradicated, right? So Ego made that clear, like just get that number two shit out of your head, right? So the whole point of Shindo, I think, is to add a new ideology because Kira is gonna add this Japanese element. Like he is a, how do I say it? He is a he's more of a character that is like with the traditional Japanese way of football, right? Teamwork, synergy. How do you work well with your team? Team over self, right? Ego is self over team. Only go for goals if it can get you goals. Do it, right? Do anything possible to get goals. Anything at all. I don't care what it is. Your desire of everything, right? But now we're branching off, right? Isagi is he's taking what Ego's saying, but he's like, I'm gonna switch it up a bit. I'm gonna be a rebel. I do understand the ego philosophy, but I also understand that it won't always work in certain situations, right? But I do like the part of ego where he's like, you got to be crazy, right? Like that's with anything you do, right? That can apply to anything. Like if you want to do something great, you have to be crazy, right? You have to be insane to believe that you can do this, right? I think that's what he's trying to say. And the whole number two thing is trying to rationalize it, right? Hugo's entire thing is he's trying to rationalize everything. Like you were born with this, so this is what you'll be, or you were born with a strong body, so you're an athlete. That's Hugo's mentality. All right, you were born with an exceptional mind, so you have to be a scientist. Right, you're more suited to be a scientist. That is Hugo's philosophy, right? And ego is you have to be crazy. If you want to be great, you have to be insane. Kind of like with Gojo in when he's talking to Megami, he was saying that, hey man, you can be just as strong as Itadori and any other sorcerer, bro, but it's your mentality that's holding you back. You don't know how to bring out that madness, right? You don't know how to bring out that madness in yourself. And when you're a jujutsu sorcerer, this ain't a team game. That's what he's saying. This ain't a team sport necessarily. Like you have to be insane to believe to be a jujutsu sorcerer. And I think that's what Ego's kind of bringing up. Like you have to be insane to believe that you can be the number one striker in the world, right? And then whatever Teddy's puppeteer thing is, of course we're gonna find that out later. But his whole puppeteer master thing or whatever he got going on, we don't know enough about that to talk about it really. But what we do know from it is that he believes he's worthless. We've seen it in the panels where he says that I'm a worthless, like a worthless puppet or something off those lines. Like he's a worthless puppet or something. I'll put the image on the screen. But I wonder what makes him believe that. Is it Fox, the person that's on his team? I wonder what position Fox plays as well. I wonder if Fox is like a midfielder or some kind of maybe left winger, right winger, whatever position he plays. Like what made Teddy think this way? All right, and then we have what else I'm talking about? Shindo, Nagi. All right, Nagi. I wonder what Nagi's gonna like. I feel like his philosophy is gonna be all about being a god on the field, right? His we've seen that through countless times where he believes I'm a god, right? Whenever he scores a goal or goes into flow, he feels like a god. That is his ego, right? But he never realized that. But now he realizes it, trying to be the best. That his ego is being a god on the field, right? So that's who he needs to be on the field. And then back with this whole Shindo, right? Back with Shindo. Shindo, I feel he may not be a key player. He's definitely not going to be a key player, but he's going to be somebody that definitely matters in the story. Kind of like Kira. He's going to be somebody like Kira, right? Where maybe he gets destroyed, right? Or maybe we see something in his past where he was destroyed by maybe somebody who was in a position he wanted to be in, like Aiku, where he said that he wanted to be a striker just like the Blue Lock players want to be strikers, but his coaches let him in to being a defender. Maybe Shindo wanted to be, I don't technically know what position Shindo plays. If he knows what position he plays, tell me in the comments. But maybe his position that he played, he wants to be a different position. But maybe his coaches or players or whatever changed that. And it's led him to being professionally part of that and having to change his dream. Um, which I don't really think that should be Shindo's thing, because then that's kind of make him another Aiku. But that's what we're talking about, how he's going to be an Aiku player. He's going to be. I feel like Shindo is definitely going to be defensive. He's built kind of like a defensive player anyway, so he's probably going to be on the defense. Probably helping out Karasu, if anything else. I do want him to have a defensive weapon. Like, I want him to have a crazy defensive weapon, like Aiku, with his being able to basically have metavision, or not metavision, well, yeah, metavision, but have this flow-like effect that they use to score goals, but on the defensive side, right? I want that for Shindo. And he has to be interesting, right? He can't just be carbon copy defender like Aiku, right? He has to have something that we can gravitate towards to understand, like, hey, this is Shindo is his own character, right? He wasn't just a carbon copy. They slapped an older guy on top of, they slapped an Aiku on another character, changed a few things, and gave him a new name, and oh, he's just really just Aiku, right? Because if he plays good defense, people are just gonna call him an Aiku clone, like. But other than that, I feel like he's not making the top three. That's most definitely. It's obviously going to be Kira, Nagi, and Sai. Sai is already guaranteed, so it's obviously going to be Kira and Nagi. But maybe they're going to have a wild card system like they did in Blue Lock, but maybe it's called something else. Maybe it's called Second Chance Side B, or like Side C or something. I don't know. It's going to be like maybe a second chance program where if you lose, this one person gets to do it again and make it out, right? I feel like they're going to do something like that with him. I'm not sure, but I think they're going to do that. But I don't know if that will make sense or not. But I'm just trying to find ways to make Shindo more interesting to me, because he's not very interesting right now. Like, he is, yeah, he hit Philosophy Demon. Is he gonna be like, or is he just gonna flat out try to destroy them off the bat? Like, what is his whole deal? Like, of course he came in there saying, I want to kill you guys and stuff, but other than that, like, what is he gonna do? You know, like, crazy dribbling. We haven't seen any shooting from him. We just seen dribbling, which I kind of want him to have like a misty kind of ego aura, you know, not like Hiyori. You know how Hiyori has like a ice thing? Just take the ice part away and just make it mist, because that would be clean as hell. Like, maybe when he starts dribbling, mist comes up around his feet or something, or like the ball like disappears in mist or something and he goes past him, you know, that would be fire. Please Conjure and make this man mist ego. But other than that, I feel like this whole puppet thing, we don't know anything about it. And then Shindo, I feel, is going to be crazy on the defense. You haven't seen him do anything on offense yet. I don't really know what else. I mean, Nagi, he's most likely not going to come in until after the England match, because, but I don't know. It could be super unpredictable. Maybe Nagi pulls up. We don't know. But I would prefer it if he didn't come during the England match, because it's like, if he comes in and starts doing crazy stuff, like, it wouldn't make sense, because he's going into the next stage of Side B, but he's in the England match. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would make sense for the England match to end after the Spain game. It would make sense for Side B to end after the Spain game, or the game after. And that way we get Sai Bunny. We get time to see them get their hype up, because their hype has been building up ever since people been theorizing about Bunny destroying Sai's dream since we seen Bunny on the dang panels, right? But we need, after this main game, I would want that's when I would want Nagi to come in after the main game. But other than that, I mean, it's nothing else really. Shindo, Naru Shindo, man, he's about to be the new Aiku, guys. Naru Shindo is about to turn. Oh man, I can't wait for the memes, bro. When you see the memes of this man, I already know there's gonna be memes. I just have a feeling. I don't know. He's giving off Aiku vibes. There's gonna be crazy memes of this man. Like they're gonna call him defensive, like potential man. They're gonna be like defense man. Where's his defense? Like Mister hit Nagi with the ball and did nothing else after. Like that's gonna be insane. But those are just my thoughts, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Leave a like and subscribe if you like this kind of content. Leave a like, comment if you want to see more. Thank you. Bye, guys.